Me too.
Well, okay, so let me just give you guys all this like prelude to this, all right? So I saw Jennifer was my messages. I got so excited to be connected. She's going to talk about that in a second, but we connected at whatever last event, what year are we in, right? Kind of thing. But we connected the last event, and so I got really excited when I read her message, but I was in the middle of something, right? So mom brain kicks in on top of multitasking kicks in on top of like we read messages every single day, and we're always like skipping words anyways, right? So she asked me to do a live on her page. Yeah, didn't see that when I first read the message, right? So then like yesterday I was like, so tomorrow I need to set an alarm, truth be told, because I need an alarm or else I'll just forget. And I'm like, what's the Zoom ID and passcode? She's like, no, you're gonna go live on my team page. I was like, what? Like, I've never done that. I've never done those things. I've had people go live on my team page, but I guess I've never been asked. And so I was like, can we do a Zoom? Can we do a Zoom instead? And so I'm just really grateful that she's asked me to speak in front of her team just in general. And so I'm just going to let her talk now because I'm going to have a lot of talking to do. But that was a prelude, and that's why you're on a Zoom hearing me now. Well, go ahead.
Perfect. It's going to make me do that every time I mute. So when you talk, I'll mute because we're driving. So if I kind of break up, just, let me know. But Lachelle is absolutely incredible, you guys. The Sideline Sisters that you meet through this business can do so much for your soul. Like she said, I met her at conference and I fell in love with her. I was like, you just completely changed the way I think. We talked everything from personal to business to everything. And it was just so good to talk to somebody who's a sideline. We're just talking about our business, our growth, the development, everything like that. And I realized at that point how much self-development truly meant. And so that's when I started the whole self-development is a little bit before conference, but really full in swing when I met Lachelle. She is one of the leaders that everybody always asks for on our team page. And I'm like, okay, girl, you got to go live on my team page. They need you. They need you. They need what I got. And it's like so crazy when you hear something, you want to pull it away and you want to share it with everybody because you want them to feel the same thing that you felt when you were talking to that person. And I am just so blessed to have her talk and share her leadership. She is Ambassador Diamond, you guys, Ambassador Diamond, and we're all going Ambassador Diamond, okay? That's what we're shooting for. So you're going to be hearing from her. She's going to share some things that she's been working on, and she's just going to go full on, and I'm ready to I'm craving it. I'm craving it all. So she's just going to bring it, and I know everything that she says is going to you're going to get an aha moment from this, regardless of what you think. And it's going to be incredible. So just get out your notebooks, get out your pens, and just let her pour into you and really soak it up without distractions, right? But my kids know it's Zoom time. Zip. So I'm just super excited about this, Lachelle. And if you have anything you want to ask me, you can go ahead and unmute me anytime. But yeah, you take it away, girl. And
I already know what I'm going to ask you, so I'll give you however long it takes me to talk to prepare for it. But I love that after we talked that you started to get into self-development more. So my question will be, what does your self-development look like now? So you got a little time to think about it. Okay. That was an amazing introduction. I'll tell you right now, guys, I am definitely ready to pour into you guys tonight. So if you have a pen close, get it. This will be recorded. This is recorded. She will get a copy and all those things. But something that I really want to make sure that I'm always doing on anything that has to do with mindset, because this Zoom is going to have a lot to do with mindset, is that you are going to take notes because mindset is a muscle. Okay. It's the same as going to the gym every day and working out. It's a muscle. It can get weak sometimes, it can get sore sometimes, sometimes it needs conditioning, and sometimes it's so strong. And I'm actually what I want to talk about, so she sent me a screenshot earlier, and this was the perfect question that she had gotten for what I want to speak over you guys tonight is, who's this? This is Stella Hargrave. What is the one thing you wish you would have done differently when you started, knowing what you know now? Okay. So I have so many lanes that I'm going to take you guys in this process, but I joined July 15th of 2015. Okay. 5 years ago. I won Ambassador Diamond April of this year, all right? I just opened my 2.0 on July 15th of 2020. The same exact day that I enrolled 5 years ago, I opened my 2.0. And I did that on purpose because I am doing it all over again. For one, I needed some space to like decide to do it all over again, because that's all I know, you know, from doing it before. You know, the question is, what would you have done differently? And this is the answer, and it's going to take a second, okay? But, you know, I've already done it before, and I started on that exact same day. And it took 5 years, and there was a lot of lessons and a lot of life that happened. But I wanted to wait to decide, because it starts with a decision. All right. You don't have to just, and you know what? I decided July 15th of 2015, but I decided again 5 years later on the same exact day. In between, there has been days that I have decided to continue or restart because I've had to. And I'm going to touch on that like truly, so that you see that like my story is not perfect. There's nothing perfect about me. I'm a mess. I'm a mess, okay? Like, I'm a mess. This is supposed to be alive. Like, I'm a mess. But I strive for progress, never perfection, because the only person that's perfect is Jesus, right? Amen to that. But so we always start our Zooms with songs, and Katie Bonnie is actually who has inspired our song has just now been with us for like 4 months now. We always just do something to pump us up. Emotion is, you know, energy and motion. Music helps. But why I love that song so much, and why it's one of those songs I'm gonna listen to forever. Like, we all know the Spice Girls song, right? Like, it's like one of those songs that I'm gonna keep forever. She says, my lessons turned into blessings, and I turned that into money. Okay. Starting over on my 2.0 is this crazy feeling. Because when she just introduced you, she's ambassador. I'm like, going Ruby in the background. That's what I was thinking. I'm ambassador going executive again. And it's this crazy space that is familiar, but it's still uncomfortable. All right. And your perspective right now, wherever you are in your business, is so important. Whether you have joined 5 years ago, like I did the first time, or you just joined, like you're a brand new distributor, or maybe you've been sitting at a rank for a while, and you want the next rank, and you want it, it's there, okay? And you're like, okay, how do I get there? What do I gotta do? And then like you flood your mind with all the things that you've done wrong already, maybe. But I know that all the things that I've done wrong in the last 5 years, okay? But we all start, but we also restart multiple times. It doesn't just have to be the first day that we enroll, or the day that we open our 2.0 after you go ambassador. Perspective is everything, because think about this. Think of something that you've already done before, all right? That you've already done before in life, all right? And I can give you some like funny examples of this, but like we re-enter a lot of things. Defining moments almost stop once we get into once we become an adult. And I'll show you why, okay? Because when we were born, everything was new, all right? And that's when you start this business, or when you want to go to the next level, it's new. You know, you can never connect the dots looking forward, but you connect the dots looking backwards. It's important to like go through failure in order to succeed. Practice does make perfect. And so, you know, I can make examples like, you know, when we were a baby and we tried to walk and we fell, we weren't like, you know, I don't think this walking thing's for me. I'm not gonna walk, Mom. Sorry. You're just gonna have to carry me around my whole life. 40-year-old not walking. Like, no, they fail. They get bloody lips. They hit their head. We decide to move all of our furniture. And then, like, I don't know. I'm really excited for the day when you're on baby proof. Is that a day that's like a celebration? Hopefully, probably, right? Because everything in my house is baby proof. But like, it's because he's learning to move his body, to use his body balance. Like he's just now like understanding gravity. Like things fall. If he throws something, it falls. If he turns the wrong way, he can fall. Like he's learning all these new things. They're all new spaces. He's failing, but he didn't decide that he wasn't going to walk because he failed the first couple times he tried, and that it hurt. I mean, he did. I mean, I got a couple bloody lips. Like, I wasn't like my mom reflexes didn't get in fast enough, I guess. But like, he has hurt himself, but he's getting better because of those little things. Here's something silly. Mario Kart. Hello, I know that's silly, but I played it, and don't tell me that you haven't played level 1 100 times. Maybe you haven't, but I did times 10. you know, but it's like I could do level 1. Like by the time I had got to level 1, like level 1 I had done so many times. I've also done level 2 so many times, but like level 1 was always the one that I had to do the most. And so like now I'm like, I'm 30, man. I haven't played Nintendo in so long, but if you put a controller in front of me, Mario Kart me up, first level, I still know where the bananas are. You know what I'm saying? Because I've done it so many times that like I won't forget that perspective or that experience. And I know I can enter that again. And I might fail because I'm a little rusty, but before I could just beat that level all the time. It was 7th level, 9th level, trying to, you know, save Princess Leia or whatever when I was like dying. So it was like so further up and it was getting harder. Okay. Hair and makeup. Hey, Jen, here you go. It's like, so I don't really know when you got into hair and makeup and stuff like that, but I'll tell you now is I remember, because they're on Facebook, because they're pictures of when I thought I knew how to curl my hair. And then you look at your pictures and you're like, you did not know how to curl your hair. And no one told you you were doing it wrong. Because we were all doing it wrong. It's like, as we get better, we can curl our hair now. I mean, you guys see Jen, you guys see like she knows how to curl some hair. I mean, today she missed a part, right? I mean, nobody saw it. I wouldn't have said it if you didn't tell me. My bad. I'm not going to unmute you either. But we get better at doing our hair. And we all see the pictures. We're like, who the hell did our hair that day? We did. Oh, man. We couldn't blame on our mom anymore because we're 17, you know? Whatever. But now I got that Instagram curl. Like, I got it, all right? Or that, I don't even, whatever. This is air dried, so I don't use a straightener. I can't miss a piece, Jen. Okay, but here's the thing. We can fail at things and we get better with experience, okay? Practice does make perfect. It does. As a brand new distributor on July 15th of 2015, all I knew was that I had to be okay. I had to change my relationship with fear and failure. Because it's like, what am I afraid of? If you're looking at people that are the rank that you want or have what you want, or anything, okay? If they're going live, but you're sitting here saying, I am so afraid to go live, like I might die, but you're watching them go live and they're triple diamond and that's what you want, or they're ambassador diamond and that's what you want, but you think you're gonna die from doing the exact thing that they're doing. That is fear, and fear is a liar because you won't, and you just need to work on the things in between that they've already worked on, but you don't see that part online. You don't see what they've had to work on also because everybody was afraid to go live because live was new to all of us. It's like none of us were live. Like we didn't know live. We were all born once. Social media all came up. We had MySpace, top 10, all the things, right? Changing the music on our profiles, all the things. Facebook came. They added a new feature one day of like going live. Everybody was scared. Like I wouldn't believe it if you told me that they weren't. It's a new space. And we have just entered that space enough times where we're not afraid to go live. Like what Jen does, knowing that there's sometimes like, I don't know, 10,000 people on one of your videos, that scares the crap out of me. Like I've hit a couple good numbers, but not like that and not consistently. But it's probably easy to you now because you've done it so much. I'm gonna unmute you now. And what is that space like? So do you remember when we were going live on Facebook, like when it became a feature? Were you nervous then?
I was absolutely nervous. I actually went presidential by doing lives. Every promotion that I've hit, it was always something different. Triple Diamond, I hit it because of Zooms. Presidential was live. So I got presidential about 3 years ago. That's when the live started on Facebook. And I got 4 people on my first live. Only 4. And I was so scared. I didn't know what to say. And then I thought, like, just be me. Just have fun. Like, ask them 3 questions, Jennifer. 3 questions. Ask them, what's the weather like where they're at? Because we're all in different states. You know, that brings up conversation, and you're giving them attention.
That you would have in a room or a group message. Like, you
absolutely.
guys are overthinking it. You're overthinking it so much. Like, you can go live as if it was like a group message. Like, hey, what's the weather like there today, sis? You know, like if you have like family group messages or like best friend group messages, like, you know, is this what it looks like here? You know, like, I mean, we do weird things in our best friend group messages, and isn't that who we're attracting, our best friends anyways? Right?
Now these people think that they like know me without even meeting me. And I built that relationship because I'm sitting here communicating with them while I'm going live, because it makes my life easier. And then now I'm accustomed to having people on my life, seeing the same names over and over. And we just have fun. Like, what's the weather like where you're at? What are you eating for dinner tonight? I need help with meal plans. Like, are you going to cook? What are you cooking? Like, just things like today I was doing a makeup live and I asked the question that I've been wanting to about RVs. So people on my my live video helped me with that, and I would have I had to Google that, but they helped me. So I absolutely enjoy interacting on my live videos. I think it makes for a good live video, and you're going to start out small. I started out at 4, and then I finally got up, and the most I've ever had, you know, I mean, I've had a lot, and it took 3 years to get to that level, but it was so worth it because that built up my network marketing too.
How many friends do you think you had on Facebook when you joined?
I had 50.
You had 50 friends?
50.
Like 50, like 10,
Yep.
20, 30, 40, 50?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How many followers do you now have on Facebook?
I have almost 12,000 followers on Facebook.
And do you have a page?
I have a business page.
How many followers?
And that has over 5,000.
How about Instagram?
Instagram is 1,600. It's going up there. I just started working it a couple months ago, so built it up pretty fast that way.
1,600 guys. Just listen what you just heard, okay? She joined with 50. She has 1,500 followers on Instagram. She has 5,000 on her business page, and she has almost 12,000 on her actual Facebook page. I actually looked at this before the Zoom. This is notes that I took, so I was like, let me see if she gets it right. No, I'm just kidding. But think about this, okay? That she's just normal. She had 50 when she joined. Everything that she has done to create a following has truly just been her just putting herself out there, being comfortable with the uncomfortable, with the lies that we tell ourselves with fear and stuff like that. But she's just starting on Instagram. Is that kind of like what I've gotten? You just like start, yeah. And so she's starting from zero, just like everybody does, just like we started day one. All right. But does it help that you kind of know how to build a following on Facebook? Does that kind of help you start building a following on Instagram, just knowing like what you know from Facebook?
I'm the type of person that don't fix what's not broken. And Facebook wasn't broken. I was still succeeding at Facebook, but guess what? I won't know until I try something. So I tried Instagram for the first time and I was like, hey, it's posting pictures. So why not just copy what I'm doing on Facebook and just add it on to Instagram too and kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And I started getting people on Instagram, and I'm like, all I'm doing is posting on Instagram. It's not like I'm messaging. I'm just posting. I do not message on Instagram. I get enough messages on Instagram to be okay, but my networks are everywhere. I built up my network, different social media platforms. So everything is so different, but it's all the same. They're getting all the same content that I'm putting out there. They're all getting the same, but now I'm getting different people. On Instagram, I'm seeming to get the younger crowd. Facebook, I'm getting the older crowd, and TikTok, it's a hot mess. I'm getting everybody.
I still haven't TikToked. Like, I'm not like good at it. Okay. Like, I'm not good at it. It's because I don't know what it is. I'm just not good at TikTok yet. Okay. I'm really not. But I know that a lot of leaders are killing it. It's something like just you saying it just is like another sign for me to probably get into it. I don't know. Okay. But you have built this network, and it's amazing. Like the fact that like I just know, like I've seen some of your lives, curling your hair, like you and Christina, like just having the frizziest hair ever, and then all of a sudden it's not. Like, well, I mean, you know, like I've watched them, but the amount of people that are watching are so normal, and you're so normal. You're just putting yourself out there to be seen, and that's beautiful. So guys, this is where I wanted to lead into this. Don't lose sight right now on what I want you, like perspective is so important, okay? So when I say that practice makes perfection, it's coming from someone that truly does not believe in perfection. Like progress is all the way for me. I will never do anything perfect. I didn't, you know, the first when I enrolled till April, it took me a little bit less than 5 years to go ambassador. Nothing about that was perfect, like nothing, okay? But I know that entering the second time is that I've had practice, and it's still not going to be perfect, but I am going to make progress from the first time that I did it. And that's another reason why I wanted to do it in the same day that I enrolled the first time. It's not going to be perfect, but I know what to do and what not to do. I mean, I know what I'm going to fail at even again, but I know how to re-enter. I know how to combat obstacles differently. And I know that life is going to happen because it never stops happening, ever, ever. Like I mean, I'm just like, I get funny with it, but like, I'm gonna throw the Bible at you. I'm just gonna be honest with all of you, okay? Take my words. I am respectful of everybody's belief, but I am definitely got daughter of the king, but I'm still being worked on, okay? So just hear me here, okay? You know, God's never gonna say to you, I'm gonna give you a 6-month window to change your life. I'm not gonna let anything hard happen. Go for it. Let's see what you do. It's not how it works, okay? He doesn't call on the equipped, he equips the called. When I look back at my life, not only just my life in general, because it hasn't been beautiful, it hasn't been filtered, there wasn't unicorns in the pool. You know, what you see today is literally the, you know, result of failure and failing forward and always restarting and always re-entering. The amount of life that has happened to me, when I think about, you know, when I was contemplating opening my 2.0 and I wasn't in a hurry to do it. I wasn't in a hurry because first I had to decide. Because if I was going to open it, I'm going all the way again. And I'm like, wait, the first time took 5 years. How old am I going to be when I go Ambassador 2.0? I'm old. I'm going to be old. Okay, if I'm opening it up again, I have to go all the way again. Or I was like, well, I mean, you make great money at Double Diamond. Like, I went all the way to Ambassador. Like, if I'm going to do it again, like, I have to actually start and then finish again. All right. And when I think about everything that's happening in the last 5 years, what that has equipped me for, because life will never stop happening, is that this time around, I get to react differently to life happening. Okay. I mean, life just happened to me 2 weeks ago, but let me kind of rewind all the way and give you some major points so that you know that you're not the only one, and that show never works. You have to be the one that knows you're not the only one, because that's what unites a team. Something that I am so strong and loud about, that's just important. My team knows, and I speak it over to them every single day, like, we all have wounds, and it's up to us to work on our wounds. But do not derail yourself, because you aren't here for just like it's you're here because you're supposed to be here, because you prayed for something and God gave you an opportunity to make that a reality. You're here because you have such a strong why in your life. Maybe you were like me that had so much debt that truly joined for money, and it's developed into so much. My why has changed over and over and over again. Okay. I mean, you could be here for friendship. You could be here because, I mean, it is truly is a culture. And as we grow up, it's like we were in the cultures as we were younger, whether it was a sports team or if it was, you know, you were in a club or like whatever, like there was some type of culture that you felt when you were younger that connected with you with a group of people. And when we get to an adults and we get into the like less time to do things that make us feel good because we got to do this adult thing, which involves a job, which involves this time that you're allotted to fit in anything else that you want to do. Okay, we settle for a kind of a very repetitive, and that's it. It's just very repetitive. Like, we know what we go into every single day. It's not different, and it turns into a habit into our lives. Okay. Albert Einstein, I wrote it down so I didn't forget exactly how to say it, but it's so true when you really think of it like that. Like, when we were kids, we were part of a culture. You know, I look at loyal customers as adult trophies, okay? But as a little kid, think about how many things you feel like you wanted. Like, I remember when, like, I just remember, like, when I did my first backflip on the back of the trampoline, like, the littlest things in life that were such a celebration to me, okay? And it's almost like we were able to fill this void of those, like, celebrations as children in this business, whether it's enrolling a customer or enrolling a distributor or anybody promoting on your team. It's like we celebrate every small victory because that's what we were born into. Like, that was a life that we all loved. Like, who did not love when they were growing up? Like, I loved when I was growing up, kind of thing. And we lose a lot of that stuff. But this, like, culture that we're in here allows us to, like, bring forth all of those, like, good feelings or whatever. Albert Einstein said that the definition of insanity was doing the same thing over and over but expecting different results. Now, listen to me. I'm going to repeat myself, but listen, because You know, whether it's day one for you, whether it's me that just opened her 2.0 120 hours ago, okay? Whether you've been sitting at a rank for however long and you're ready for triple, whether you've been a ruby for however long and you're ready for a diamond, like wherever you are, you don't have to wait for a 2.0 to restart, and you don't have to, like, it doesn't have to be day one. You can just restart anytime. Life will happen. The reason why you might be where you're at and not where you want to be is because of life. I joined, and here's some of my life. I joined and I was in a relationship with a person I thought that I was going to marry. Like, that was the it relationship. Like, I thought I was going to marry him. While I was with him, he was extremely unsupportive in the beginning, to the point where I almost quit. I got through that life, because had I quit, holy shit. And I'm gonna, because you're gonna hear like some really deep moments in my life that happened in the last 5 years. And where I want you to hear this is that I don't know where you are in your business, and I don't care. And I say that all the time to my team, they know it. I don't care, because it's up to you to decide to restart whenever you want to, and you will always restart. So just know that, just like you restart everything else in life, like Donkey Kong, or, you know, walking, like we always re-enter. Okay. I was with him, and he was extremely he was unsupportive. He didn't believe in anything. Like, he was so unsupportive until I got my first comma with 5 figures. And he was like, I knew we could do this. And I'm like, you learned French while you were not supporting me? Because we didn't do shit. I did it. And now you're here. Okay, here's your t-shirt. So this is what you're going to say to people. I'm like, fine. Thanks for meeting me there. My mother was diagnosed with terminal cancer. Had I not been involved with this company, all right, my mom wouldn't be alive. And I always say that very fiercely, because it's truly the truth. You know, I came into this company with $100,000 in debt, all right? And I'm sorry, credit card debt. It was like $70,000 in credit card debt. It was like $25,000 in like refinancing, and then I had like $50,000 in student loans. So it all equaled, I just always say like 150 basically, right? And I was like so poor, to the point where like I was picking up nickels and dimes if I saw them on the ground. Like nickels and dimes, like quarters, like we pick up quarters, come on. But like nickels and dimes, pennies, like I got a place for you, and it's in the change machine. My mom was diagnosed, and my credit was shot. I had stopped paying credit cards. I had defaulted on my student loan. My credit was shot, okay? My mom called me after I went Presidential Diamond, all right? I had gone full throttle in this business for 2 years. I had made so many sacrifices. I was with an unsupportive spouse, and I was also very lonely. I moved to a state where I had no friends. Like, it was like, I look at it as like a great thing and like a horrible thing at the time, because I was so depressed. And I just like was mad at the whole world for my life, my background and my life and everything else. And I moved to a new state because I wanted to start over. Okay. I'm back at the state I started at, but I want to start over, and I had no friends still. And like, I had to decide to become a better person in order to make friends, because I had no friends. Like, I was like depressed state, whatever. I built a team. I found these people, and I prayed for these people actually to come into my life. I created this incredible team, went presidential. I thought I was like on top of the world. Everything was great. I earned $100,000 bonus, guys. It was my second year in. I was number 32 in the company. Like, I was only 25. I was like, what is happening? I grew up in a trailer. I couldn't believe how on top of the world I was. In 17 days after I felt so on top of the world, it was insane. My mom called and life happened. Terminal cancer. I have 6 weeks to live. 72 hours, I was on a plane with 2 suitcases, and I never came back to Vegas until I came back to pack up my house. Because the only reason I was able to go to her, be with her completely, was because of the sacrifice of going all in the business. Time was passing anyways, okay? Like, it still took me 2 years to go press, all right? There are people go press in like a month now, like whatever. Took me 2 years to go press, like, and I'm so proud it took 2 years. And then it took me 3 years to go ambassador. Do you hear me? 2 years to go press. 3 years later, I went ambassador. Mom called, 6 weeks. I moved. I wasn't okay with it. I took her to Mayo for a clinical trial treatment that her insurance clinical trials are free, but you still have to pay. This sounds weird, but you still have to pay. Plus, moving her entire life to Mayo and everything else, it cost me $48,000. I mean, I only know that so taxes and all things, whatever. It was exactly $48,000. Had I not done that, she would have died. No doctor here in Rockford would see her anymore. They considered it done. The only people I could find was Mayo. It was $48,000 to make it happen. I would have not been able to apply for a loan if I was not with It Works. I don't have family. No one was going to co-sign. I was also going through a breakup with a guy that I thought I was going to marry. And if it wasn't for It Works, she would not be here because of the consistency of my perspective of I saw other people be successful in this business. That means I can do it. It doesn't matter how long it takes, period. All right. After that, I went into like celibacy. This is like a part of my story that I'm just now recently opening up about. I truly found a relationship with God. Like I had already had a relationship with God, but I needed a deeper one because I truly will tell you that I found God in such a deep way through my mom's entire journey. And it wasn't just like, he wasn't just there in her journey. He had brought me to It Works to help serve him, to save her. It was like this beautiful, again, you cannot connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking back. And I know for a fact that he truly led the skeptic, the one that didn't believe in network marketing or anything like that. And I also was honoring him before I ever honored him. It was like when you're given this opportunity, you are all part of this opportunity. You have to put in the work. And it does start with perspective and understanding vision and mindset. Okay. I'm going to fast forward. I'm going to start getting faster because I know I can talk a lot. Okay. Okay. So she is good. She's going on 3 years remission. Right. I found I was celibate. I practiced just like getting to know the Lord, getting to know myself, truly working on myself. And that's where my self-development really came from. If you don't love you, you won't love anything in your life. You won't love anything in your life. You won't love your business. You won't love Facebook. You won't love nothing. You won't love nothing. You got to love you. It started with God for me. He gave me Michael. And I prayed for Michael. I can't believe he's still a brat, but I got real lucky. I can't believe God gave me Michael. And then I have a baby. And Michael comes from a marriage where they were trying for 2 years. And I have a baby with Michael. Hey, God. Wow, you're beautiful. Wow. But you know what? Finding a new person is really hard and it's very distracting and it really takes away from your business. Okay. So I'm just saying it really, really does. That was a struggle in my business, was falling in love. It was a true struggle. I've dealt with mental health. You know, I have PTSD and it came from my mom's situation. And 2 weeks ago, actually on July 3rd, I lost my dog. And my dog it's like, you know, I'll say right now, just like I gotta speak it because I was a person that didn't understand until she lost her dog. But when somebody loses their dog, they're like children. And he was truly like my child. But it was so much deeper than just losing my dog. That was my best friend. And then you realize like how much you really talk to yourself because you're talking to yourself and usually the dog is there. It's funny, but it's so true. Your best friend, that it activated something in me that started my PTSD again. And I started to fail. And this was like days before I was supposed to open up my 2.0, where I didn't even feel like I was in the right mindset. But it's like I've been trying to convince myself, like, I have to enroll that day. And I had a defining moment where I was like, it sounds so small. And some of you might feel me right now because you might have lost a dog and you understand truly how important they are in your life. And it was something so small, but I've never lost anyone before. My dog is my first thing. And he was one of my best friends, but it derailed me. And it was my last hard. And it was so hard. Where I remember I was just like hysterical for days and just like not in the right mindset at all, where I had to look myself in the mirror and say, all right, today we're going to get it together and we're going to try more. We're going to try to get better because you know how to host a post, but you sit down on your computer every single day for the last couple of days and you have no desire to. You know, people would message me and I was getting resentful, but it's like, I love when people message me, when I have desire, when I have joy, when I'm like, my mind is being worked on and my mind is strong and like, I'm in the right place. It's so important. We're starting to resent the smallest pieces of this business that I love when my mind is in the right place. But life was happening to me. And what I have learned from life happening to me in the past is that I can't be in denial of it. I have to recognize it, because don't forget, whether you're brand new or you've been around for a long time, there has been a point in your business where it truly creates this burning desire within you, and you feel euphoric and so proud of yourself and so full of joy, and just like it's like riveting. It's like where you have woken up at 6 a.m. You're like, I just want to work my business. I don't even know what I'm gonna do, but I want to do it. Like, you get a high off of it, kind of. And that is when your mind is the right place. All right. Something new always creates that type of excitement. But with anything new, you will get disappointment as well. Life is going to happen, and that's one of the first lessons that I want you to know, is that life is going to happen. Make sure that you are always practicing to get yourself back into the right place. Number 2, practice does make perfect. That's like the saying, I guess. Practice does make perfect. But it is possible to go through the motions over and over and over, and literally nothing changed. Now, here is where the difference is. Maybe you've been around for a while, maybe you're brand new and you're just starting something new, but no matter what, in being intentional is the most important part of that process. You have to be intentional with your practice. All right? That means that you're not just doing the motions of host to post. You're not just like going live just to go live, that you are intentionally practicing these actions, because practice makes progress. I mean, we're going to get as close to perfection as we can, but aren't you always comfortable when you re-enter things? Wrapping that around is, I'm re-entering my 2.0. Life is going to happen in the next 5 years. I don't want it to take 5 years to go to a master again, but I know that it won't take 5 years, because so much life is going to happen to me, but I'm going to react to it differently. So many things, so many obstacles are going to come my way, but I have already worked on my different relationship with fear or anything else like that. You don't have to be me. You don't have to think that you have to restart after 5 years on 2.0 or anything like that. I am telling you that when you become intentional, working on the things that you know that you have to work on, all right? Getting better at scripts or host to post or time management, you're not busy. Don't come at me with busy, okay? Like, don't come at me with busy, because I have people on my team with 4 kids going triple diamond, all right? Like, it's like, don't. And they don't use daycare, okay? Like, I get it. Busy is busy, but time management is real. It's a very intentional process of life, being intentional, okay? I know that my second time around, it's almost like a painting, all right? And I'm almost done with this point, I promise. But so I went to art school, and I'm a painter, all right? My first time around, this painting that took me 5 years to go and master, it is like, I start with a blank canvas, and there's so many layers, and like, when like you're like, maybe some of you, well, everybody has probably gone to art school, right? Or not art school, I'm sorry, had art class where like you've had an eraser, all right? You've had to erase things, and then like you put paint on again, you're like, oh, that sucks, and then you put another layer on and you try to do it over again. Or for instance, like whiteout is another example, or like, I don't know, just like anything to do with like creating a piece of art. Shadows is a perfect example. It takes practice to understand perspective, like depth perception in paintings. It took me a lot of practice to understand it. But I went to art school, but also like shadow perceptions, like where, when, why, and why it touches what, and why it curves. Shadows are shadows. I mean, it's all practice based on perception, based on visually looking at something and trying to put it down on a piece of paper, okay? My painting of 5 years, I started with a blank canvas. It turned out as a master, but there's a lot of layers, there's a lot of mess ups, there's a lot of like just things that I did wrong, stuff like that. I feel like, and the only reason I'm making this analogy is because I went to art school, okay? But if I'm taking out another canvas and I'm starting just like I did the first time, and I'm gonna make this next canvas an ambassador canvas too, I'm entering it knowing what I want it to look like, because I want it to look like the first one, but it will look different because it won't have as many layers. I'll know what to look for. I know what my mess ups are. I know like which areas that I like am not perfected in, stuff like that. You get to do that every single day. It's like if you got to think about this. When I brought it back to the beginning of the Zoom, if you see somebody has already done it before, all right, it's no different than me knowing that I've already done Ambassador before. I still have to go Ruby this month. Like, I am excited to go Ruby this month. I am still nervous, but I'm an Ambassador Diamond. But I've already done it once before. It's like, it's not a different space when it's us. When it's yourself, it's not a different space. I know that you might be nervous, but all you see between all I see between the ranks, now I got to do them again, is work. And there's gonna be so many things that come in between that, kids. I have to plan a wedding, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I want more kids, and like just all these things that are coming between the work that I have to do again to go to Ambassador Diamond. I just am going to re-enter every single time, but now I just have a little bit more experience, I guess. But you can re-enter everything. If your host post didn't work, change a word. See if that one works. I have a 50 rule. Do 50 and then talk to me. If the 50 don't work, talk to me. No one talks to me. After 50, they work. But just always re-entering. It's like I wouldn't have responded to my messages either when I joined. Like my messages were just like whack, all right? Like they were so whack, and sometimes they pop up. Like we get people every once in a while, like that will be like 5 years ago when I was like cold messaging and like asking them these crazy weird things. And now they're going to order a product, and I look at that message and I was like, I said that, and you can't for me after 5 years, okay? And your message. So just know to re-enter, right? All right. So here's me wrapping up this entire thing, okay? Your mindset, vision, perspective is so important every day. There has been days that I have had to restart. I have lost rank. How about that? Not ambassador, but I have lost presidential. I kept it for 3 years. Of course, I've lost it a couple of times. A lot of life happened in 3 years. And I even proclaimed to my diamonds on a diamond Zoom recently, it was in the last month or two, that I said to him, I promise you, oh, no, I'm sorry. It was probably like 6 months ago. It was when my mom was coming in for another scan for just seeing her remission. And I literally publicly declared on Diamond Time, we have it every single week except last week, sorry guys, I know that there's some of them around, that I promised them that I would never fail them like I did fail them the first time. That came out of my mouth. I said, I promise you, you will not see me derail like I did the first time. Because I truly did derail, and they carried me through the entire thing. But I made that promise to me because it was a decision, all right? So no matter where you are in your business right now, all right, you can restart. You have to have perspective of you restarting. What do you need to work on? What do you need to try at? All right. Don't be insane. Don't keep doing the same thing and expecting the same results. Like practice does make perfect, but practice needs progress, and it needs to have intentional progress. You know, you can only practice by getting better, trying to get better, doing something different, not the same thing over and over and over again. That's too much adult-like of us. Because and it's crazy because I can't make a lot of examples of when we're older and where we like enter areas that we're unfamiliar with or need to grow and stuff like that, because we just stop. We just get into this rhythm thing and insanity and stuff with jobs and all those things, and that's fine. Listen, like if you have a job, like I had a job, I have a job. This is my job. I treat it like a job every single day. But it's like, it's different every single day, and I'm growing every single day. And so going into 2.0 is no different. If you are a distributor right now, I don't have any customers yet, and I'm already 4 days in. How about that? I am 4 days into my 2.0, and I don't have a single customer, okay? The first time it took me 22 days to get my first 4 customers. I'm going to do it in less. I just haven't started yet, okay? Ask me tomorrow. Maybe I'll get all 6. But I know what I need to do, and I know what I need to get better at. I am entering in everything saying I can get through it, because each and every single one of you on this Zoom right now are already Ambassador Diamond. If you decide to go Ambassador Diamond, life will happen to you too. Mine has sucked. I made it. And I look back now and I connect the dots, and I am so grateful. All the shittiness that happened in my life the last 5 years, every time it hurt, all the mud that I dragged myself through every hurt, all the tears, all the anxiety, all the mistakes, all the failures. I am so grateful for every single piece of my last 5 years, because doing it again, I can now re-enter and I have been equipped. I have become more resilient to them. But that happens every single day. And I think that, like, if anything, like, I've been just truly, like, even before this, I started to pray over my words. And it's something that's so important because I am so excited to be on the same level as every distributor on the Zoom. I am here with you. I am not Ambassador Diamond standing next to you. I am a new distributor with no loyal customers at 4 days. That's what I look at. And if we're standing right next to each other, let's go get, no loyal customer or distributors, like, let's go get 6 loyal customers, guys. Like, let's do it because other people are. Why can't we? And then let's get 3 distributors. Other people have. Why can't we? I did it one time, but I kind of forgot, to be honest. I mean, let's go diamond. Why not? Other people are doing it. Why not us? We just got to figure it out. We're not going to do it perfectly. We're going to fail a whole lot. There's going to be just a lot of times where Double comes in and says, well, what about this? Not today, Satan. And it's a true statement because fear has a lot to do with him, and he lies. He's a liar. I can smell him sometimes. I'm like, get the sage out. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not kidding. My diamonds, no, I'm not kidding. And then, okay, so, and I think that's it. Hold on. I wrote some things down that I just wanted to say. I think that's it. I'm a really awkward speaker at the end when I try to stop. Do you have anything you want to ask? Or speak over? Sorry.
I'm speechless, absolutely, because a lot of people don't bring analogies with their words of wisdom. You know, you brought analogy. You brought the art, the
and painting. On my team right now just laughing because all I do is analogies, and sometimes they're horrible. So, but
no, I got it, and I love it because I'm a simple person. I need it like broken down for me. That's just the way I think and have always thought. And for you to do that, and then it just makes complete sense. And all of us can do it. It's just the perceptive of believing that we can too. And I love that. I love your words. I love how real you are, your story. I'm so sorry. I go on Facebook and I post and I like go on to my potentials and comment on their stuff, but I don't really scroll Facebook. So if you did put about your puppy or your dog on Facebook, I didn't see. I'm so sorry. And
okay.
I completely am 100% with you because I have a dog that I've had for 8 years, and if anything ever happened to him, I probably would derail, or I probably would but that's life. Things happen, and we just have to understand that we're still here. We have to keep going, and I love that about you. You are so damn strong, inspiring, and you're just beautiful inside and out, and I appreciate you so much, Lachelle.
Hey, I appreciate you so much, and I'm so happy that like God connected us that night. Like truly, like you're a beautiful soul, guys. You have an amazing leader. I will say, I don't know, how long did we talk?
For it's my sister said it was like an hour, but it was like 3 or 4 hours. It was a long time.
And I will tell you that you have an amazing, amazing leader. And I always feel so honored when anybody asks me to speak in front of their team, because it has a lot to do with trust. But I am somebody that like, if I'm going to like really like connect with somebody, like I had like my arms on her. Like I was like, I was not practicing social distancing. I was like just all over her basically.
It wasn't social distancing time, but Lachelle, we were crying together. We were laughing together. We were hugging each other. We literally, I exploded like everything on you, and you just were like so receptive to it. It was literally like I needed to just let everything just go. I remember those words too, Lachelle. Let it go. I'm gonna cry.
I know. I just like thinking about it, I'm like sweating. I'm like, don't do it, Lachelle, because if I cry, I get like it goes from like tears to like that face just comes, right? So I can't do that in front of your team right now. But guys, I will tell you that like when I connect with people like that, like I'm supposed to. God's like, this one. Like, be friends with this one. Be friends with this one.
We didn't even know each other. Like I think your Sherry started talking to Christina, and then me and you just started talking about something, or I interrupted you, or something happened where we didn't even know each other. We didn't hang out with the same people, if it works, but you like were walking by and something just struck out, and like it from there, it was God. It was God.
Yes, it was. If I could, can I end it out?
Yeah, go ahead, go. Drop
Anything
it.
to talk about before that or anything?
I love you.
Do you want to say anything before I end it out?
Nope, you go ahead.
You promise?
I promise.
Okay. All right. So, and I think that also, I know this is like sounds weird, like just how we're talking to each other, but like I literally canceled my team Zoom last night because I didn't realize it's supposed to be a live into a Zoom, all the things, whatever. But I truly want to make sure. I even said to her, I called her, we FaceTime like an hour before, and I was like, can I just like lead a team Zoom? This is something that is really important for everybody that's on this Zoom tonight. Like you were on this Zoom listening to every single word that both of us said, but it was for a reason. All right. And so if you have felt drawn in at any part of the Zoom, you need to re-listen to it. Okay. Like something, repetitiveness is awesome. I have to have repetitiveness because I'm so visual. And so listening is like not my best skill. Right. I can really not listen. I mean, we're also women. Okay. So like, just give me an amen there for like two times. Okay. No, but it's like I'm not a great listener and I have to do it twice. I am a better reader, to be honest, because it's very visual. Anyways, if there's something that drew you in, all right, watch it again, listen to it again, whatever it is that is your whatever. Something that the two things that I want to give to you guys tonight about self-development is if you have books that you just bought and haven't read yet, put them together just in a 2, 4, or 10. If you don't have any books, ask which 5 to buy. Okay. And every morning, like, am I asking for a whole lot if I say 5 minutes? Because I don't think that's a lot. Okay. Open any book at any place and just start reading for 5 minutes, but intentionally read. Not like I'm gonna open this book because this girl told me to just open it and like read the words out loud. No, intentionally read for 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes out without your phone. You know, like, oh my God. It's just 5 minutes of reading out loud to yourself, you know, make it a space maybe like where you can even take a cute photo again, you know, an opportunity photo. Like we can look like crap outside reading a book with our sunglasses, just woke up with keto coffee, like opportunity posts, keto coffee posts. Do what you need to do with it to make it happen. Okay. 5 minutes, just open any book anywhere. All right. Read for 5 minutes, mark it. When you are done reading or when you want to read or when those 5 minutes are over, the next day, pick up a different one, 5 minutes. And then you can leave where you want, stop reading when you want. But if you want to keep going, you can. Mark it when you're done. I don't care if it takes you a day on that book or what. Tomorrow we're talking about something else, okay? Trust God and just know that he's going to open the page that you need to hear. You need a couple of them, but you need to work on you. Let him decide what page you need to start on, okay? I'm not good at reading a book to the finish the end. And so instead I mark them so that if I ever open them on that page ever again, I know to, let's try this again, God. I'm going to open it again. What are we going to read today? And because your brain needs to work on multiple things. It needs to work on maybe leadership. It also maybe needs to work on confidence. Maybe it also needs to work on, you know, just how to, inspiration. Or maybe it needs to work on like, communication. Like there's just so many things that your brain needs to work on as you grow that like sometimes like you can get so stuck on one thing and like it's never one thing in this business. It's multiple things. Like we have to be good at multiple things in this business, not just one thing. All right. It is something that I will also say to you, try it out for like 2 weeks. If you feel how I feel, and that's why I've been doing it for like 2 years, then keep doing it. If you don't feel the way that I feel, don't do it anymore and read a book. All right. But either way, you're going to need a book. The reason why I'm saying that is because like I said, I can't read a book from start to finish. I let God open my pages. I mark them so I don't read. And sometimes I'm just like, are you trying to make me read the same thing? Like, and sometimes I do, like, whatever. But I just tell myself I'm going to read longer. Either way, you need words that aren't yours in your head. Okay, read them out loud or read them to yourself. And the other thing that I'm going to end us on is that, you know, God is absolutely responsible for me being here. And I have, you know, I really, really found him even more and able to communicate with him more. And just like, I don't know, he was always there, but not even close, like not close, like nothing. Like I didn't consider it, I didn't have value my relationship with God. Let me say that. Today, it's just completely different. Like, he is my homeboy. All right. Like, I'm not the perfect Christian. I don't speak correctly about any of it, but that's because it's like, I'm just going to serve him deeply, fiercely as a daughter of the King, the right way that I know that I'm learning to do. I do find so much power in being with God every single day. And if I can give you guys something to leave with tonight, is finding a devotional. And devotionals are very, very easy because it's not like massive reading. It's a page a day. I love Joyce Meyer. If you watch her on YouTube, she's like, and well, now that you've listened to me, you get it. And I love her so much, okay? And like, in every devotional, if you get like a year devotional or something like that, it has the day, and you just read this. It's like for like July 19th. You want to know how God's real? I opened it to this page. That's weird. July 19th. Okay. And 20th. So it's just a page that you read. It's it. It's just one day. It's like yesterday. I highlighted. Like, it's like every day, just one page. It puts me in a place. It just puts me close to him. It just makes me be able to listen to him because he's my CEO. He's my foundation. He is, I've tried to be in control before, and when you let go, you let God. It's like, let him do his thing. And or the Draw the Circle is also a really great devotional I've done. I actually want to do that next. Again, I've done it multiple times, but it's such a good devotional. It's only 40 days. Try it out for 40 days. Like, you're going to live a long time. 40 days isn't that much. It's only like a month and a week. Or Jesus Calling. I just had Is Faith on here probably. She just sent it to me this morning. Was sending me photos of it every single day while I was also doing a devotional. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, your devotionals are tight. And then she sent it to me today, and so I just got it. And so I'm really excited to start that. But Joyce Meyer, tell me. Oh my God, I just found her photo. I was just talking to somebody about this. Long story, but she's incredible. And I started this devotional like 2 years ago and didn't finish it, and then just restarted again. So anyways, I would absolutely recommend reading books, 5 minutes. Just give me 5 minutes, different pages, wherever you start, and doing some type of devotional, because let's not just give them more time on Sunday, give them time every single day. Let them work in your business. Give them more time. It's like, we can give time to everybody, but like, hello, let's give some time to our Creator, right? Like, priority number 1, come on, be with him every single day. I'm just trying to all 100 of you hang out with Jesus tomorrow, for real. Okay. All right. And that's it. I'm praying over each and every single one of your charts. I am truly honored to be able to speak in front of you. I know that as a leader, Jennifer has to have trust in somebody to speak over her team. And I will tell you right now that you are beautifully and wonderfully made, every single one of you. You are here exactly because you are supposed to be here. If you are unclear, you just got to dig a little bit and he will absolutely surface it. But there is no way that you're just here to hang out. There's so much more for you, and I believe in every single one of you. And I'm honored to be able to speak over you. And I just hope that you just kill it the rest of 2020, even though it sucks. But just also prepare yourself, because this is a lifelong business. And I just went in for 5 more years for all I know, because I don't know what the future holds. And if I just committed to another 5 years, what are you guys going to do in 5 years? Okay.
You are so worthy. Worthy. Love it. Thank you so much, Lachelle. I appreciate you.
You're so welcome. I love you guys. I love you, Jennifer. Thank you so much. You're so pretty.
You're so pretty.
And we wore the same shirt for you guys and everything. She even took her makeup off because I didn't have any on. And so she's like, you know what? I did a makeup video earlier, but I'm going to take mine off so that we just like
twins.
That was a lie, but okay. Love you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, love.